Hey folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Saurabh Pol. Welcome to Pol Ke Bol. Today I'm going to talk about a topic I'm pretty passionate about, internships. And you'll be like, what kind of a weird guy he's passionate about internships? But I think, I've been harping about internships for the longest time. You watch any of my videos, I always recommend one thing, especially in the live sessions that I do, right? It's like कि हाँ मतलब इंटर्नशिप करो। आपको ये लॉजिक लग रहा है कि आपको डाउट है, इंटर्नशिप करो। पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, साइड में इंटर्नशिप करो। जॉब छोड़ दिया आपने, इंटर्नशिप करो। बस थोड़ा प्रेप वेप कर रहे हो, इंटर्नशिप करो। आई एम ऑलवेज फॉर इंटर्नशिप्स, बिकॉज दे आर नॉट जस्ट टाइम पास सर्टिफिकेशन मेकर्स, but they also act as a very big way of converting into a real time job, and it really gives full time job, and it gives you real time feedback and the truth about how the industry is, how the company is, how the people are, how the culture is, the work quality, the pay that you may be getting in the future, the profile options that you have, the domain that you can work in, and more importantly, what is your status, like job है कि नहीं है, आपको उधर ही आपको पसंद आ रहा है क्या, are you even good at it? You will never be able to know that until and unless you work. ओके, एंड हाउ टू वर्क एट अ प्लेस? जॉब्स नहीं मिल रहे हैं, आपको इंटर्नशिप करना पड़ेगा। आई हैव बीन सेइंग दिस टू सो मेनी पीपल, एंड सी, as much as possible don't work for free, but if push comes to shove, many people have to do that, right? But अगर आपको महीने का 5-10 हज़ार में मिल रहा है ना, उठा लो, and become an intern somewhere, and of course it depends on which position in life you are in. Can you even afford it? Even in India, you even need to have a certain level of social privilege, like I had when I was a student and when I was unemployed, to be very frank, to be able to be like कि, okay, I am okay not earning as much as possible because I want to do an internship, because I want to understand whether this job is what I thought it was, right? And I was absolutely right. One of the best decisions of my life was in 2014. I had quit my first job because I was told I'll be put in sales. I was not put in sales. So I worked in operations for a year and learned a lot. But I was like, यार मुझे sales में transfer करा दो, and then it was like, no, that's not happening. It's not possible now. So I was like, okay, cool, कोई बात नहीं. I'll just quit. And I quit my job in 2014 after working for a year, and my father's just staring at me like, bro, you graduated 1 year ago, now you're sitting at home. And I was like, no, 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 I'm searching for jobs. And I was searching for a job in the advertising industry because I was like कि यार मुझे एडवर्टाइजिंग करना है, मैं मेरे में है टैलेंट एंड दिस एंड दैट, एंड मैं देखूंगा, मुझे एमबीए करना है, उसके पहले मुझे एडवर्टाइजिंग सीखना है, थोड़ा थोड़ा तो देखना है। एंड नो बडी वॉज रेडी टू हायर मी, लाइक पीपल वुडंट इवन कॉल मी बैक, राइट? मैंने बहुत कोशिश किया, एंड देन आई वाज लाइक, व्हाट, स्क्रू इट, आई गो फॉर एन इंटर्नशिप। एंड दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाट आई डिड। आई वेंट फॉर एन इंटर्नशिप in an ad agency. I worked for agency O9, based out of Bandra, Mumbai, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. A huge part of who I am as a professional was shaped by the ad agency that I worked in, right? And even if it was only for 3 months, that internship, I got a job offer out of it, right? But I had to move out of it. I worked for 3 more months there, but I had to move out of it because I had already got an admission in my MBA college in Jamnalal Bajaj, right? So it worked out beautifully. But also my father was like, dude, you're not earning money. Like, what are you doing? Like, I was earning a very small internship stipend, but what it told me was a couple of things, some very important things. It taught me that, boss, advertising is not for me. I don't think people get paid as much as I want to be paid. That's one. Second, the hours are way too long, and the world of advertising is not as glamorous as much as I thought it was. And I was like, I do you want to be on the client side? Do you want to be on the vendor side? And I realized, okay, I want to be on the client side. And for that, you do your MBA, which you're already doing, do it MBA in marketing and join the client side. And then you can work with agencies, of course. Of course, there's much more creativity in an ad agency, but I learned so much. I understood कि क्या roles होते हैं, what is the relationship between client, vendor, कैसा होता है, deadlines वगैरह, and actually काम क्या होता है, मैंने सीखा वो, पता है वो 2-3 महीने में. Because when you're young, all you have is time. Because ना आपके पास experience होता है, ना आपके पास कुछ होता है. All you have is your pedigree, which is your academic pedigree. And then most academic pedigree in India is useless because most people don't study what they want to do, right? Or parents don't let you do it, in my case and many other people's cases, right? Millions of people cannot do or cannot study what they want to study because parents think they know better, and more often than not, they're wrong. So yeah, that is the reality, and which is why internships make a beautiful difference. मैंने एक गलती की, I did not do internships when I was in my graduation. Every year summer vacation you should go out and do an internship. If you have a three, मतलब every year between 2 years जो होता है, दो दो इंटर्नशिप तो मिनिमम होने चाहिए आपके, और एक्चुअल ऑफिस में जाओ, ये वर्चुअल इंटर्नशिप वगैरह मत करो. इफ यू हैव डन अ फिजिकल इंटर्नशिप देन यू डू अ वर्चुअल इंटर्नशिप, बट first you should definitely go for a physical internship, because you will genuinely know what work really is, guys. Okay, and it is very important because actually when you start working after college, right, it's very difficult. It's very difficult, and I don't want you guys to face that difficulty, right? And there is even an article which I was going through, which is like 93% of Indian youth want internships first, and the starting pay of 26. So this part is wrong. I think it's 2.6 and 3.3 lakhs. There was a mistake in the body. There is something else, but that's the standard of journalism nowadays. But anyway, India's internship culture has exploded in 2025, with 93% of students seeking real world experience before jobs, knowing well they need to bank on skills over degrees. See, India mein na, ek to degrees haven't worked out because our education system is not really built in that way, which is like complementing industry needs. It's just not, right? It's purely pathetic. Even the top institutes, I've seen people complain ki bro, main kuch nahi seekha, which is unfortunate, right? So there's that. Internships are the logical response to it. According to the India Skills Report 2025 by VBox, staggering 93.22% of students surveyed expressed strong interest in internships before taking up full-time roles, right? So they feel it's a vital first step into the workforce. So there's that. Majority expecting a salary. Don't ignore this. I think there's something wrong over here. Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, and Kerala lead internship interest. So very high, 97, 96, 94% interest in doing internships. Telangana is pretty low, but still pretty decent. Yeah, 70%, 7 out of 10 people, right? The growing internship obsession isn't just a fad, it's a response to the employability gap. The India Skills Report shows that while India's overall employability has risen to 54.81, which means out of two people, only one person is considered employable, many graduates still lack job ready skills. Internships are now seen as the bridge that can close this gap. I completely agree. Dude, I know people who have joined work and they don't even know how to write a damn email. Okay, and I do not blame the kids, right? आप कॉलेज में क्या सिखा रहे हो? आप कॉलेज में क्या सिखा रहे हो? You're sending them into a dog eat dog, Indian corporate world, and they don't even know how to write a damn email. What are you doing? Like you are, तुम निहत्था छोड़ रहे हो उसको, उस बच्चे को. What are you doing? And it puts all the onus of training the kid, on the industry. And it gets very tough. It gets very tough. यार मैं हम धंधा करें या बच्चों को पढ़ाते बैठे? तुम कॉलेज में क्या कर रहे थे? Mr. Mohandas Pai recently said that India's broken education system is, compensated by the fact that the Indian IT industry has spent decades upon decades training people. पहला 6 महीना 1 साल तो ट्रेनिंग होता है लोगों का after their college, because like घंटा तुमने कुछ सीखा नहीं है कॉलेज में, आ जाओ यहाँ पे कर लो. It's not just the IT industry, and I can tell you I've worked across industries. You have to literally take that new graduate and be like, आजा बेटा बैठ जा, चलो साथ में सीखते हैं. Now, that is not saying other countries don't do it. This is true. Every other country does that. But in our country, it is very difficult. The employability is pathetic. College to mazak hai. You have like, highway wala colleges, and it's just very bad. Yeah. It's just it's pretty pathetic. The colleges that we have, like, like it doesn't matter who you are, what's your background. Most colleges in India, they are just not, their curriculum has not really, upgraded. They are not in 2025, that is for sure, right? But things have improved, thankfully. But now students are like, internships have become the new probation. The best companies now scout interns as future hires rather than temporary help, because even the companies benefit. Yeah, the companies are also like कि यार हमको भी पता चलेगा ये आदमी को काम आता है कि नहीं आता है, बस एक घंटे के इंटरव्यू पे हमने उठा लिया एक बच्चे को. Now they're like, we're going to keep this person for 3 months, 6 months, and we're going to evaluate them and let's see how well they perform. You get me? That actually works out well. So there's that. The AICT now targets 1 crore internships for 2025, while the Pradhan Mantri internship scheme, which I remember being announced, has expanded its FY26 target to 7 lakh positions. I think it should be expanded to way more than that, but that's fine. Internshala is one platform which I keep talking about. They reported 25% rise in opportunities in 2024 and a 135% increase over 5 years. That's double, right? So, which is reflecting surging student demand and employer adoption, right? There are universities that have made internships mandatory and portal based, you know, and yeah, many of them like hybrid and remote roles also pretty much help out. And now, as you can see, the starting salary, ideal starting salary they are expecting is between 2.5 and 3.3 lakhs. The saying is 30,000 to $40,000. I'm pretty sure it's 3,000 to $4,000, which equates to this amount. And that's a logical amount in India to expect 2.5 to 3.3 lakhs, right, per annum. It's sad, but it is the amount most people are going to get, right? And so yeah, students increasingly weigh factors like mentorship, skill building, and workplace culture. Benefits the strong internship program offers can offer even before the first paycheck arrives. Absolutely, this is what I've been trying to say, right? कि आपको भी पता चलता है कि यार कल्चर कैसा है यहाँ का, यहाँ पे चल क्या रहा है, मुझे यहाँ पे काम करना है कि नहीं करना है, पैसे आते रहेंगे, बट इज दिस सस्टेनेबल और नॉट, राइट? So there's that. And yeah, India's youth basically they no longer wait to be employable. They're actively seeking platforms to prove themselves early and expect employers to meet them halfway. The report recommends that companies strengthen internship to higher pipelines. Absolutely. Standardized stipends, very important, and offer transparent conversion opportunities. Ki jhoot nahi bolna hai. Don't dangle a carrot in front of them and then throw it away. Don't lead them on, right? Like if you're getting someone for internship, बोले यार 10 लोग हैं उसमें सिर्फ 2 लोग को मिलेगा. We are being very upfront, so something of that sort. या फिर 10 है 5 को मिलेगा, या 5 है 5 को मिल जाएगा और समथिंग, बट वील सी कौन सा रोल मिलेगा. नो गारंटी दैट वही इंटर्नशिप का वही मिलेगा आपको, बिकॉज कंपनीज विल मूव यू इंटरनली ऑल्सो, दैट आई कैन प्रॉमिस यू, राइट? सो या, एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली, internships are no longer optional exposure. They are the new currency of employability. I love this phrase. And students are willing to trade their time, energy and expectations to earn it. वाह, मतलब अच्छा लगता है कि मैं जो बोलता हूँ वो भी मतलब थोड़ा रिपोर्ट होता है, like that is the I find concurrency in the views that I hold and the wider reportage that you can see. So coming back, right, I think internships are extremely important. I still wish I had done many more internships when I was growing up, but it kind of worked out for me. And yeah, definitely, I would say this is the way forward. And I hope the government of India really partners properly and not just announces it in the Lok Sabha, and actually partners with many corporates and be like, ki yaar, get these kids from everywhere, here, there, everywhere, and just make them interns, and let's see where it goes. Even if they don't get hired, at least some other chotu small and medium enterprise may hire them, and they'll be like, ki यार इसने काम किया है ये बड़े कंपनी में 6 महीना, इसका हुआ नहीं यहाँ पे, बट एटलीस्ट ही नोज समथिंग और दी अदर, और शी नोज समथिंग और दी अदर. हम यहाँ पे इसको काम पे करा देंगे, बिकॉज स्मॉलर कंपनीज कांट अफोर्ड टू ट्रेन यू, बॉस. सो इसमें क्या होगा, इवन इफ यू डोंट कन्वर्ट दैट जॉब इन द लार्ज कंपनी, you can actually come and work in a small company, or you can even start your own. You're like, ये क्या बकवास है, मैं अपना खुद का करूंगा या करूंगी, right? So who knows, but please be employed and employ other people. So that's the whole thing. And yeah, wishing you all the best. I would definitely say please do more internships if you are in that boat. If you know people who should be interns, do that and remove that stigma of being an intern. This is one thing I wanted to talk about. There's so many people who are like, oh, I'm not intern है क्या, intern है क्या? And people were telling me intern से चाय बनवाते हैं, intern से कॉफ़ी बनवाते हैं, टेबल साफ कर. मैंने तो कभी ऐसा देखा नहीं है. Maybe I've just worked in extremely professional environments, and interns they get decent projects, man. Even when I was an intern, I got very good projects. Like across company, I've been an intern twice in my life, right? Offline internship, so मैंने और भी की है, ठीक है? So you can check my LinkedIn, right? And please do follow me over there. And you will see that this is extremely important. Internships are extremely important, especially in India. When there is so much supply, you can really differentiate yourself in the market by like कि यार CV तो इसका कुछ खास नहीं है, but जब ये intern बन के आया, क्या काम किया इसने? And then there is no beat to, there is nothing that can beat real life performance in an actual company. They don't care. तो अनपढ़ भी है ना, अगर तेरे को काम आता है ना, they are like बैठ जा कर ले. Who gives a shit, right? They are like कि काम होता है ना तुझसे, काम कर ले बेटा. We want people who work hard and we like you. Good, let's go. We'll do it. So at least आपको एक start मिल जाएगा in life, So keep doing internships. Extremely important, and it makes you mature. Another angle is internships make you mature. They put you in the big boy pool where you're like, oh, okay, I'm no longer a kid. Now I have to deal with these many people. So it helps everyone involved, right? So anyway, folks, this was Polkeball on internships and the rising importance and frequency in India. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. See ya. Bye.